Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we dive deep into the world of rare and fascinating coins. Today I have a very special story to share about a coin that might just be sitting quietly in your collection or your pocket. This is all about the United States $quarter from Vermont, minted in the year 2001. But this is no ordinary quarter. This coin holds secrets and rare features that make it incredibly valuable and sought after by collectors all over the world. So listen very carefully and enjoy this video, because by the end you'll understand why this tiny piece of metal could be worth a fortune. Let's start with a little history about the Vermont Quarter. This coin is part of the famous 50-state quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 with the goal to honor each state with a unique design on the reverse side of the quarter. The Vermont Quarter was released in 2001 and it quickly became a favorite because of its beautiful design featuring the famous state motto, freedom and unity, and the iconic image of a single large pine tree surrounded by small saplings representing the strength of unity and the importance of freedom to the people of Vermont. But what makes this coin so fascinating beyond its design is the rarity and the errors associated with some of the 2001 Vermont quarters that make them incredibly valuable and interesting to collectors. One of the most well-known errors on this coin is called the double die error, which means that during the minting process the coin's design was accidentally stamped twice, slightly offset, causing certain features like letters or images to appear doubled. If you look closely at some of these Vermont quarters, you can see a noticeable doubling around the word liberty and the phrase, "In God We Trust." This doubling creates a unique look that is quite striking and highly prized in the numismatic world. Another important feature to watch out for is the die crack error, which happens when the metal die used to strike the coins develops a crack over time, and that crack leaves a raised line on the surface of the coin. This might sound like a flaw, but for collectors it's a sign of rarity, because die cracks are unpredictable and usually only happen on a limited number of coins before the die is replaced. The 2001 Vermont Quarter with a clear die crack can command significantly higher prices because it's a one-of-a-kind variation that cannot be replicated. Speaking of rarity, the 2001 Vermont Quarter was minted in large quantities. Over 100 million coins were produced, making it one of the more common quarters in circulation. However, despite this seemingly large mintage, finding one in perfect condition that is uncirculated and free from scratches or wear is extremely difficult. Over the last 2 decades, most of these coins have been used as everyday currency and show signs of wear and tear that significantly reduce their value, but collectors prize those that have been carefully preserved, often in coin folders or protective cases. Now here's where things get really exciting. If you happen to come across a 2001 Vermont Quarter with one or more of these minting errors in an uncirculated state, this coin could fetch a surprisingly high price in the collector's market. What makes it even more thrilling is that some of these coins have surfaced at auctions fetching record-breaking bids. The error, combined with pristine condition, makes it a rare gem sought after by serious numismatists and investors who know the true value of scarcity and uniqueness. If you are thinking about checking your coin collection or even your change from the last few years, it's worth taking a closer look at any 2001 Vermont quarters you have, maybe with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Examine the lettering carefully for any doubling or unusual lines. Look for any raised cracks or odd marks that don't seem like normal wear. These subtle signs could be the difference between an ordinary quarter and a rare treasure worth a fortune. Of course, condition is everything in the coin collecting world. Even the rarest error coin will lose value if it is heavily worn or damaged. On the other hand, a flawless, brilliant, uncirculated coin with a recognized error can become the crown jewel of a collection and command extraordinary prices among collectors and investors alike. Before we reveal the astonishing price, let's recap why this coin is so special. The 2001 Vermont Quarter carries a beautiful design with deep symbolism. It represents a historic U.S. coin program that brought attention to each state. It has unique errors like the double die and die crack that are highly collectible, and it is rare to find this coin in mint condition after more than 20 years in circulation. All these factors together create a perfect storm that turns a simple quarter into a sought-after treasure. So here it is, the big reveal: a 2001 Vermont Quarter in uncirculated condition with a verified doubling error and clear die cracks has been known to sell for an eye-popping $79,000. Yes, you heard that right, $79,000 for a single quarter that was once just everyday pocket change. This extraordinary value shows how rare and prized these coins are in the numismatic community and how important it is to examine your coins closely you never know what treasures you might be holding. Top 2. We're diving into a really special coin, the United States quarter dollar from Connecticut, minted in 1999. But this isn't just any ordinary quarter. No, this coin has an intriguing story filled with rarity and unique features that make it highly prized by collectors. So listen very carefully and enjoy this video, because what I'm about to share could change the way you look at your coin collection forever. Let's start by setting the scene. The Connecticut Quarter was part of the famous 50-state quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint back in 1999. This ambitious project aimed to celebrate each state with a unique design on the reverse side of the quarter, highlighting important symbols and heritage of that state. Connecticut's quarter shows the famous charter oak tree, a symbol of freedom and independence deeply rooted in the state's history. This design resonates with collectors because it beautifully captures Connecticut's identity and rich past. Now, while millions of Connecticut quarters were minted, making them common in circulation, what makes certain coins from this series incredibly valuable are the rare errors and exceptional conditions that few collectors have been lucky enough to find. One of the most famous and sought-after errors associated with the Connecticut 1999 quarter is the double die error. During the minting process, something went a bit wrong and the design was stamped twice, very slightly off from each other, causing the letters and images to appear doubled. If you take a very close look at certain coins, you can actually see this doubling effect around the words Liberty and the year 1999. This subtle but eye-catching detail turns a regular quarter into a collector's dream. In addition to the double die error, some Connecticut quarters also show die cracks, which are small raised lines caused by cracks in the coin die used to strike the coins. These die cracks may seem like imperfections, but for collectors they signal rarity, because dies usually get replaced before too many cracked coins are made. Coins featuring clear die cracks become prized collectibles and often bring premium prices, especially when combined with other errors or when preserved in mint condition. Speaking of condition, that is another crucial factor when it comes to the value of these quarters. While the Connecticut quarter was widely circulated, most of the coins you find in your pocket or change will show wear and tear, making them less valuable. But finding one in perfect uncirculated condition with sharp details and a brilliant finish is like discovering a hidden treasure after more than 2 decades in circulation. These pristine examples are extremely rare and highly desirable for serious collectors. So what happens when you combine these features, a rare error like the double die or a die crack, with an uncirculated flawless coin? The result is a coin that can fetch incredible sums at auctions and among private collectors. These rare error coins with perfect condition have been known to reach prices that will blow your mind, showing how important rarity and condition are in numismatics and how a humble quarter can become a precious piece of history and wealth. If you have any Connecticut 1999 quarters, take a close look at them. Maybe grab a magnifying glass or a loupe and check carefully for any signs of doubling on the letters or strange raised lines that look like cracks. These subtle details could make all the difference and turn your coin into a highly valuable collectible. Even if you think it's just a regular quarter, it's always worth a closer look, because you never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. Before we reveal the astonishing price, let's quickly recap this coin's amazing journey. The Connecticut 1999 quarter celebrates a historic symbol with the charter oak tree. It was minted in large numbers, making common examples easy to find. But rare errors like double dies and die cracks combined with perfect uncirculated condition make certain coins stand out and become incredibly valuable treasures for collectors and investors alike. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. A Connecticut 1999 quarter in flawless uncirculated condition with verified double die error and die cracks has been known to sell for an eye-popping $87,000. Yes, that's right, $87,000 for a single quarter that once passed through countless hands as everyday change. This incredible value proves that even the smallest coins can hold amazing stories and extraordinary worth. Top 3. I have something truly exciting for you. The United States quarter dollar from New Hampshire, minted in the year 2000. This coin is much more than just everyday pocket change. It holds fascinating secrets and rare errors that make it a prized possession among collectors. So listen closely and enjoy this video, because what you learn today might just change how you look at your coin collection forever. The New Hampshire quarter was part of the famous 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran through 2008. The program was designed to celebrate each state's unique history and symbols. On the reverse side of the coin, New Hampshire's quarter features the famous Old Man of the Mountain Rock Formation, a natural wonder that was a beloved state symbol for decades until it sadly collapsed in 2003. This design captures the spirit and heritage of New Hampshire perfectly, which makes it a favorite for many collectors now. While Millions of New Hampshire quarters were minted, making them quite common in circulation. There are some extremely rare varieties and errors that make certain 2000 New Hampshire quarters incredibly valuable. First and foremost, one of the most sought-after errors is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a noticeable doubling effect, especially around the inscriptions like the words Liberty and the year 2000. If you examine some coins under magnification, you can see this doubling, which adds uniqueness and rarity. Another fascinating error that appears on some of these quarters is known as the die crack. This happens when the metal die used to strike the coin develops a crack, leaving raised lines on the surface of the coin. These lines might look like imperfections, but for collectors they represent a limited production run of coins struck with a cracked die, making those coins highly collectible and valuable. The more prominent and clear the die crack, the more prized the coin. Condition plays a huge role in the value of this coin. Although millions of New Hampshire quarters were produced, finding one in flawless uncirculated condition is becoming harder and harder. After more than 20 years of circulation, most coins show wear and tear, which significantly lowers their value. Collectors place a premium on coins with sharp details, a brilliant finish, and no signs of handling or damage, because these coins tell the true story of minting quality and rarity. So when you combine the rare double die or die crack errors with a pristine uncirculated coin, you have a true numismatic treasure. This combination of rarity and condition can result in coins that sell for impressive sums at auctions and among private collectors. Serious numismatists understand the value of scarcity and uniqueness, which is why these coins attract so much attention and high prices. If you happen to own any 2000 New Hampshire quarters, I strongly recommend taking a close look. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and carefully inspect the lettering, especially around Liberty and the date. Check for any signs of doubling or unusual raised lines that might indicate a die crack. These subtle clues could turn your ordinary quarter into a rare, valuable piece that collectors would love to own. Before I reveal the astonishing price, let's summarize why this coin is so special. It celebrates an iconic natural landmark deeply connected to New Hampshire. It is part of a beloved coin program that brought state history to millions. It has unique rare errors like the double die and die cracks that significantly increase its value, and finding one in perfect condition today is extremely rare. Combining all these factors creates a coin that is a true gem for collectors and investors alike. And now the moment you've been waiting for, a 2000 New Hampshire quarter in flawless uncirculated condition with confirmed double die and die crack errors has been known to sell for a jaw-dropping $75,000. Yes, that's right, $75,000 for a single quarter that started as everyday currency. This incredible value shows just how special and sought after these coins really are. Top 4. I want to share with you an incredible story about a coin that might just be hiding in your collection or change the United States quarter. Dollar from Oklahoma, minted in 2008. But this is no ordinary quarter. This coin holds some rare secrets and unique errors that make it extremely valuable and sought after by collectors around the world. So listen closely and enjoy this video, because you don't want to miss what I'm about to reveal. The Oklahoma quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2008 to celebrate national parks and sites in each state. Oklahoma's quarter features the stunning image of the state bird, the scissor-tailed flycatcher, perched gracefully over an Oklahoma landscape. This design perfectly captures the spirit and natural beauty of the state, making it popular among collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Now, while millions of these quarters were minted, making them quite common in everyday circulation, there are some very rare varieties and minting errors that set certain Oklahoma quarters apart and make them incredibly valuable. First and foremost, one of the most sought-after errors is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice, but the second strike is slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect on the design, especially noticeable on the words Liberty and the date. If you examine these coins carefully, you can see this doubling, which adds uniqueness and rarity that collectors love. Another fascinating error found on some Oklahoma quarters is the die crack. This occurs when the metal die used to strike the coin develops cracks, which then show up as raised lines on the coin surface. These lines might look like flaws, but in reality they indicate a limited production run of coins struck with a cracked die, making these coins extremely collectible and valuable. The more pronounced the die crack, the higher the coin's worth. Condition is key when it comes to the value of these quarters. Even though the Oklahoma quarter was widely circulated, finding one in flawless uncirculated condition today is getting harder and harder. After more than a decade, most coins show wear and tear, which lowers their value significantly. Collectors pay a premium for coins with sharp details and brilliant surfaces that look almost new, because they tell a story of rarity and quality minting. So when you Combine these rare errors with a perfect uncirculated coin, you have a true numismatic treasure. This combination can lead to coins that fetch incredible prices at auctions and among private collectors. Serious coin enthusiasts understand the importance of rarity, condition and uniqueness, which is why these coins attract so much attention and high bids. If you have any 2008 Oklahoma quarters, I recommend taking a close look. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and check carefully for any signs of doubling in the lettering or unusual raised lines that could be die cracks. These subtle signs might mean you have a coin that is worth far more than face value, even if it looks ordinary at first glance. To recap why this coin is so special: Oklahoma's quarter celebrates a beautiful and meaningful state symbol. It was part of a popular series honoring America's natural beauty. It has rare and valuable errors like the double die and die cracks that make certain coins stand out, and finding one in mint condition today is very rare. Combining all these factors creates a coin that is highly prized by collectors and investors alike. And now the big reveal: a 2008 Oklahoma quarter in flawless uncirculated condition with confirmed double die and die crack errors has been known to sell for an astonishing $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single quarter that started as everyday currency. This incredible value shows how even the smallest coins can hold amazing stories and tremendous worth. Top 5. I'm bringing you a fascinating story about the United States quarter dollar from Delaware, minted in 1999. This coin may look ordinary to many, but trust me, it holds rare features and errors that make it a true gem among collectors. So listen very carefully and enjoy this deep dive into the world of numismatics, because by the end of this video you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Let's start with a little background. The Delaware quarter was the very first coin released in the legendary 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999. This program was designed to honor each state with unique designs. On the reverse side of the quarter, the Delaware coin proudly features Caesar Rodney on horseback, commemorating his historic midnight ride to Philadelphia, where he cast a crucial vote for American independence. This powerful image symbolizes courage and determination, making the coin not only a piece of currency but a piece of American history. Now, while millions of Delaware quarters were minted, making them quite common in everyday circulation, the true value comes from rare errors and exceptional conditions that only a few lucky collectors have come across. One of the most famous errors associated with the 1999 Delaware quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck more than once in slightly different positions, causing certain elements like letters and numbers to appear doubled. If you look closely at some coins, you'll notice this doubling, especially around the words Liberty and the year 1999. This subtle but dramatic feature makes the coin highly sought after. Another fascinating error to watch out for is the die crack. This occurs when the metal die used to strike the coin develops cracks over time, and those cracks leave raised lines on the coin's surface. These die cracks are often unpredictable and limited to a small batch of coins struck before the die is replaced. Collectors love these unique imperfections because they make the coins one of a kind and significantly increase their value, especially when combined with other errors or found in pristine condition. Condition plays a huge role in the value of the Delaware quarter. Although millions were minted, finding one in flawless uncirculated condition today is very rare. After more than 2 decades, most coins show signs of wear and tear, which drastically reduces their worth. Collectors prize those coins that have sharp details, a brilliant finish, and no signs of handling or damage, because these specimens capture the true essence of minting quality and rarity. When you combine rare errors like the double die and die cracks with a coin in pristine uncirculated condition, you have a powerful combination that can command astonishing prices in auctions and private sales. Serious collectors and investors understand the immense value of scarcity, condition and uniqueness, which is why these Delaware quarters attract so much attention and high bids from the numismatic community. If you own any 1999 Delaware quarters, I strongly encourage you to take a closer look. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and carefully inspect the lettering around Liberty and the date. Look for any signs of doubling or unusual raised lines that could indicate a die crack. These subtle details might just transform your ordinary quarter into a highly valuable collectible that coin lovers everywhere would be thrilled to add to their collection. To sum up why this coin is so special, the Delaware quarter was the very first release in the iconic 50-state quarters program. It features a historic and meaningful design honoring a brave American hero. It has rare and valuable errors such as double dies and die cracks, and finding one in flawless uncirculated condition is becoming extremely difficult. All these factors combined make this coin a true treasure for collectors and investors alike. And now, The moment you've been waiting for a 1999 Delaware Quarter in perfect uncirculated condition with verified double die and die crack errors has been known to sell for an unbelievable $84,000. Yes, you heard that right, $84,000 for a single quarter that was once everyday pocket change. This incredible value shows just how extraordinary and sought after these coins really are. Top 6. We're diving deep into the United States quarter dollar from Texas, minted in 2004, but this is no ordinary quarter. This coin holds some fascinating secrets, rare errors and unique features that make it a prized possession among collectors. So listen very carefully and enjoy this video, because what you learn today could make you see your quarters in a whole new light. The Texas quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2008 to 2017, but before that the Texas Quarter was released earlier in 2004 as part of the 50-state quarters series celebrating the Lone Star State's rich history and spirit. The reverse design showcases the iconic state outline with the famous 5-pointed star and the inscription, "The Lone Star State," symbolizing Texas pride and independence. This design resonates deeply with collectors because it beautifully captures the essence of Texas and its unique identity. Although millions of Texas quarters were minted, making them fairly common in circulation, some very rare varieties and minting errors make certain 2004 Texas quarters incredibly valuable. First among these is the famed double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice but slightly misaligned, causing a doubling effect that is especially visible on inscriptions like Liberty and the date. If you examine these quarters closely, you might spot this doubling, which makes the coin highly collectible and sought after in the numismatic community. Another remarkable error that collectors look for is the die crack. This occurs when the coin die develops cracks that show up as raised lines on the coin surface. These cracks might look like imperfections, but they actually represent limited batches of coins struck with a damaged die, making these coins unique and very valuable. The larger and more distinct the die crack, the more prized the coin becomes, especially when paired with other errors or preserved in mint condition. Condition is a crucial factor in determining the value of the Texas quarter. Although it was widely circulated, finding one in perfect uncirculated condition today is becoming increasingly rare. After nearly 2 decades of circulation, most coins have signs of wear and damage, which significantly lowers their value. Collectors place a premium on coins with sharp details, crisp edges and brilliant finishes because these coins are a true testament to the mint's craftsmanship and the coin's rarity. So when you combine rare errors like the double die or die cracks with an uncirculated coin in flawless condition, you get a coin that can fetch astonishing prices at auctions and private sales. Experienced collectors and investors understand the importance of rarity and condition, which is why these Texas quarters attract so much interest and high bids from numismatic experts and enthusiasts alike. If you happen to own any 2004 Texas quarters, I encourage you to take a closer look. Take out a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and carefully examine the lettering around Liberty and the date. Check for any doubling or unusual raised lines that could be die cracks. These subtle details might turn an ordinary quarter into a valuable collectible that coin lovers would love to have in their collection. To wrap up why this coin is so special, the Texas quarter celebrates the Lone Star State's proud history and identity. It was part of a hugely popular series that brought state heritage to the nation. It has rare minting errors such as the double die and die cracks that significantly boost its value, and finding one in perfect uncirculated condition today is becoming extremely difficult. All of these factors combine to make this coin a true treasure for collectors and investors alike. And now for the big reveal: a 2004 Texas quarter in flawless uncirculated condition with confirmed double die and die crack errors has been known to sell for an eye-popping $56,000. Yes, you heard that right, $56,000 for a single quarter that started as everyday currency. This incredible price proves that even the smallest coins can hold amazing stories and incredible worth. Top 7, and last rare coin. We're taking a closer look at the United States quarter dollar from Arizona, minted in 2008. Now this might seem like just another quarter, but believe me, this coin hides some incredible secrets, rare errors and unique characteristics that make it a true prize for collectors. So listen up and enjoy this deep dive, because what I'm about to share could change the way you see your coin collection forever. The Arizona quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program in 2008, which celebrated national parks and historic sites across the United States. Arizona's quarter features the beautiful saguaro cactus standing tall in the Sonoran Desert with the stunning red mountains in the background. This design perfectly captures the spirit and natural beauty of Arizona, making it a favorite among collectors and nature enthusiasts alike. Millions of these quarters were minted, making them common in everyday circulation. However, some Very rare and unique varieties exist that can make a 2008 Arizona Quarter extremely valuable. First and foremost, one of the most sought-after errors is the double die. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, causing a doubling effect that is especially visible on the inscriptions like Liberty and the date. If you examine your coin closely under magnification, you might spot this doubling, which instantly increases its rarity and collector appeal. Another fascinating error that appears on some Arizona quarters is the die crack. This happens when the metal die used to strike the coins develops cracks over time. Those cracks appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin. While they may seem like imperfections, they actually represent limited production batches, making those coins unique and highly collectible. The larger and more distinct the die crack, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially when combined with other errors or preserved in mint condition. Condition is absolutely critical when it comes to valuing these coins. Although the Arizona Quarter was widely circulated, finding one in flawless uncirculated condition today is incredibly difficult. After more than a decade of use, most coins show some level of wear and tear, which significantly reduces their value. Collectors prize coins with sharp details and brilliant finishes because they represent the highest quality specimens straight from the mint. When you combine rare errors like double die and die cracks with a perfect uncirculated coin, you get a truly special numismatic treasure. Coins like these can fetch astonishing prices at auctions and private sales. Serious collectors and investors know the importance of rarity, uniqueness, and condition, which is why these Arizona quarters attract so much attention and high bids in the numismatic community. If you happen to own any 2008 Arizona quarters, I highly recommend grabbing a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and closely examining the lettering around Liberty and the date. Look carefully for any doubling or raised lines that might indicate a die crack. These small details could mean you have a coin worth far more than just 25 cents, even if it looks ordinary at first glance. So to summarize why this coin is so special, the Arizona Quarter celebrates the state's unique desert landscape and natural beauty. It was part of the popular America the Beautiful series that honored America's national treasures. It features rare and valuable errors like the double die and die cracks, and finding one in flawless uncirculated condition today is becoming extremely rare. All these factors combine to make this coin a prized gem for collectors and investors alike. And now the moment you've been waiting for: a 2008 Arizona Quarter in perfect uncirculated condition with verified double die and die crack errors has been known to sell for an astonishing $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single quarter that started as common currency. This incredible value shows just how extraordinary even the smallest coins can be. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the rare Arizona Quarter and want to discover more hidden treasures in the world of coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any amazing discoveries. Thank you so much for watching. Happy collecting, and may your next coin hunt uncover a treasure as remarkable as this Arizona Quarter.